Hey everybody, Coach here. Hey, thanks for taking a few minutes and joining me this week, wherever you happen to be and whatever you happen to be doing. Hey, I got a question for you. Where does your inspiration for things come from? What gets you to act or create something or start and complete a project? Are you one of those people that are able to self-motivate and do something like that? Or do you happen to be one of those people that sit around day in and day out, or week in and week out, and kind of let others do everything for you? Now, the latter obviously is a lot easier, I guess, maybe, but rewarding? No, I'm just going to have to say not so much on that. But what motivates you to do something with your own two hands, with sweat on your brow and dirt under your nails or sawdust in your hair, and hopefully a distant goal of completion in your mind's eye or on a piece of paper stuck to the fridge? Some have it and others do not. Or don't they? You know, it's been my experience in life, and life has shown me that my own limits can expand and grow with knowledge. And just plain trying, failing or falling down, getting up and trying it again till you succeed. So I kind of the thought that I believe anybody with the right motivation, and I don't mean money, the right motivation can accomplish many things greater than what they originally thought. You know, that last part about doing things that expanded my own knowledge base, you know, when I got into the green industry and I started contracting, a lot of the things that I did not experiment on customers' landscapes. No. Whether it was out of a moral issue or whatever, I wanted to make sure if I stepped onto somebody's property that I was the professional and I knew what the F I was doing. I just had to be that way. So, back in the day, you know, my first fence was done at my place. My first deck, my place. My first water feature, which was a pondless waterfall, at my place. My first drainage system, irrigation system, lighting systems, yes, and yes, all at my place. And I got better. And then I went out and I actually practiced a couple things with a mentor of mine when I was in another industry. And then I started moonlighting again at a retail nursery and really got my horticultural skills back up and polished. And then I opened the door. Open the business door, that is. You know, many times inspiration for me came from travels and seeing what others have done and created, and then tweaking it a bit to fit the area that I was working in, and then doing it myself. Eventually, at least I think, I got it right. And what I did was pleasing to those who hired me. You know, it really was. I thought I did a pretty darn good job. Could I please everybody all the time? No, I don't think you can do that. But as long as you did the job according to industry standards and you did it according to your contract and you did it according to the design, I know I swung at the fence and 95% of the time, everybody was smiles when I got done. So I think oftentimes folks do not start something, period, because they're so afraid of failing or falling down and not having it turn out the way that inspirational Instagram photo looked like. Now, I certainly do understand that, and I recognize in some people that there are certain limitations. There really are. Maybe they're physical limitations. Most of the time, they're just mental limitations. The limitations they place on themselves. Now, for me, yes, I got my own limitations. Here's a for instance. A for instance is, you know, I like hiking, but at my age now and some of my physical limitations, I don't think Mount Everest is in my future anytime soon. I really don't. So you kind of see what I'm getting at? I mean, yeah, you do have to have, you know, motivation and inspiration, but you have to have a little bit of realism built into that. But trying new landscape styles or learning installation techniques, learning new ways of doing old things better, oh, hell yeah, I'm wide open for that kind of stuff. You bet. That kind of stuff is fun. It's invigorating to me. So, for you, perhaps, between now and next spring is the perfect time to educate yourself if you have a landscape project in mind. You don't want to write a big check to a landscape professional. You want to do it yourself, but you're kind of behind the curve a little bit as far as where in the hell do I start and how in the hell do I do this? So you can educate yourself over the next few months. Expand your skill set with successful small DIY projects. And then take on your own yard next spring with a vision in hand, a plan, a budget, and all the other stuff that I rattle on about. And in the end, chances are success will be on your side. It really will be. It is not a place to go off half-cocked and not know exactly how and where to start, how to do it, what step, etc. You know, with many of the travels around my home country of the U.S. and Canada, I have seen many botanical gardens, municipal gardens and landscapes. I have seen extraordinary residential landscapes and garden centers who've done very good jobs of landscaping their business and have hundreds of photos to look back on for designing and landscaping purposes one day again. I will, whether it be my place or someone's home somewhere else. I believe that all of those photos and the visual memory that I have of those places will be my inspiration and motivation again one day. You know, for water feature inspiration, I recently visited a leader in the water feature industry. Photos, videos, and just gobs of visual inspiration abound for the 2-hour visit I spent there. Check out this week's YouTube video if you'd like to see the location, and maybe get your own inspiration pit stop satisfied. It's quite a visual aha moment. It really can be. And those places like that visit can be easily attainable by doing it yourself. Maybe not the big one, and you'll know what I mean when you see it, but certainly the smaller ones, absolutely. You know, another inspirational source I have for inspiration and motivation is Mother Nature herself. Oh my God, have I got a lot from her over the years. Her layout, sweeping flora layouts and tumbling creeks can solve a lot of a designer's creativity block from time to time. And believe me, we do get them. We really do. Lastly, I might suggest consider developing a professional relationship with folks who know how to landscape and have the yard to prove it, whether that be your local garden center professionals, a neighbor on the block, or a caretaker of a well-done botanical garden. Having a mentor can vastly expand your capabilities and confidence level on a project of your own that you might be considering. I mean, my gosh, it's almost a fail-safe or a safety net, so to speak. You know, the more you know, the further you will go. I believe that. I was told that decades ago, and it's really true. It is true when applied to the very beneficial and rewarding project of your own home and your own landscape. Not only rewarding, but you can tweak it occasionally to freshen it up and keep it the flagship of your neighborhood. And the one thing is you're not showing off. You're not showing up. You know, you're not showing anyone up. You're just showing it can be done. You know, and you really will become a neighborhood leader as a result of it. Hey, that's what I have for you this week. Inspirational sources and solutions. You need it sometimes, especially in the doldrums of winter and that kind of stuff. You need to get inspired, and you need to get ready and prepared, and you need to start that between your own two ears. Hey, I will catch up with you guys over on the YouTube channel. I hope you join me. There will be kind of a shorter version, but a very inspirational version on the video this week. Now, as always, thanks for listening. Thanks for supporting the channel and the podcast. As always, to your landscape success, and I will catch up with you guys next week. Bye for now.
Thank you for listening to the Yard Coach podcast. Don't forget to head over to the website at youryardcoach.com, where you will find more DIY landscape education, including the free 15-step DIY landscape checklist, Coach Matt's ebook called Landscaping Simplified, and the flagship digital course, Homescape 1.0. As always, if you have any questions or comments, you can email Coach Matt directly at youryardcoach@gmail.com. We'll see you right here next week.